Welcome to Ishigaki. I'm not very sure what the connection is going to be like here in this very, very, very remote part of Japan. If you don't know where Ishigaki is, then I suggest that you check it out. Go to Google Maps, type in Ishigaki, and you'll be like, holy cow, where the hell is Nathan? But I am in Okinawa for the very first time. Hello people watching, hello, how are you doing? I know it's a little bit windy. I couldn't find my microphone, I'm not going to lie. I just couldn't find my microphone, so you're going to have to put up with this. Connection seems to be pretty good. I'm going to just turn the camera around. And here we go. Right, so this is Ishigaki Town, by the way. And I don't know it very well. I've spent most of the day either traveling or driving around, trying to get my bearings and trying to get used to driving here in this island. But it's got a very cool vibe. YouTube 大丈夫ですか? YouTube live 大丈夫ですか? 大丈夫です? Ah, friendly. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Doko? Ishigaki 人ですか? No. どこ住んでいますか? Osaka. Ah, wait. Osaka 人? Osaka 人? Kyoto. すごい. 三重. Ah. 伊勢行ったことがありました。はい。とても綺麗です。広島行ったことがありました。福岡行ったことがありますか。木曜日行きます。木曜日に行きます。わかりますか？日本語。神奈川、鎌倉。鎌倉。神奈川、綺麗です。
綺麗ですね。
私は
私も
私のあなたの綺麗です。日本語難しいです。
日本語上手です。とっても
英語を話しますか？
英語？あ、very very little。
英語上手です。
Thank you.
Yes. So you are 友達です。仕事？ここ仕事ですか？
Yes.
Wow.
Because
英語すごい。
なぜならもうそろそろ中学生の時しかやってない俺。
私、石垣、私は、初めてです。
いいですか？
楽しい？
はい、楽しいです。
でも
今日、I came today.
今日来た。
明日、how long until 英語上手です。
英語上手です。
How long do you stay here?
I stay here until Thursday, 木曜日。木曜日、石垣から福岡まで行きます。はい、福岡から大分と宮崎と44what's it called? Prefectures. How do you say prefecture? 県。私は44県行ったことがありました。
逆にあと3
今年
あと3個。
Where are you from?
私は、私の国は難しいです。ジブラルタル海峡。スペインの南。でも 私はスペイン人じゃない。
じゃないの
イギリス人です。はいはいはいはい。イギリス人。でもスペイン語と英語を話します。
でも日本語も喋れるから3つだ。
すごい
トリリンガル。
Very very little, very little, very little. So later I will return. See you. See you later. Nice to meet you. Are you from here? No, you're from Kanagawa. Kanagawa.
でも住んでる石垣。
住んでる。楽しかったですか？
石垣。
楽しかったですか？
楽しい。
楽しい。あーすごい。
わ
Okay, guys, that was a little bit of a fun little thing there. To be honest, if you haven't watched it, you're gonna have to go back and watch it. But they were so keen to be on stream, asking me questions. So, why am I missing? I think I'm missing chats, by the way, because JJI. Have you been to Okinawa? I haven't, but yet I don't see JJI in the chat. I actually only see 2 things in the chat. I'm not very sure if that's working or not. Anyway, let's carry on walking. I've got my second phone with me. I might be able to connect to it in a minute. If it's got battery, that is. This whole place has an awesome vibe. I'm really digging Okinawa. It's totally my vibe. Totally. And I'm going to have to buy one of those Orion t-shirts. For sure. Like tomorrow. It's been a busy day. I've been up since 5 in the morning. Hey Stephen, thanks. But I don't understand because JJI, somebody said JJI, but JJI isn't in the chat, so I don't know what's going on. Am I missing chats? Hold on. Let me just balance this on this closed table. And I'm gonna connect to the other phone. Oh, you're there. Yeah, but I've missed. Okay. But what I'm saying is that it seems that I missed some chat before, because obviously somebody knew that you were there, but I couldn't see anything from you. So anyway, only 3 people. What a loser I am. What a loner. It's okay. It's really hard to stream in Japan when most of your audience are like like working at this time or whatever, you know? Ishigaki. I am loving this place. I am so vibing with this place. It's got a super chill, laid back feel. Oh, 9 p.m. isn't too bad, I guess. I've just had some Ishigaki beef. Ishigaki-gyu is famous. Yume desu. Yume, word of the day. Yume means famous in Japanese. It's noon. I mean, it's kind of okay-ish, but it's not okay at the same time, because I guess that people are working, and maybe in an hour's time or so people might have a lunch break. But would they want to watch Happy Gaijin? I'm not very sure. So Ishigaki is considered as Okinawa's most beautiful island. Very close to Taiwan. When you look at it in the map, it looks like it's part of Taiwan, but it isn't. Today's weather has been a bit cloudy, but It's clearing up, and tomorrow it should be nice and clear. There are a few gaijins here, some happy gaijins. It's a summerhead, as you can see. Australia's 9 p.m. Good day, full of the sun. How are you doing? I am I've been saying it the whole trip, but I am blown away by Sakuramoba right now. I am in one of Japan's most remote locations in a way. I know it's like built, there is a city here and stuff. Actually, I'm going to cross where there's a crossing. And I will probably need to get my second phone to figure out where the hell I am, because I don't know. Full disclosure, I've had 2 beers and I've had a meal. Definitely there's people, that's for sure. And I drove today, guys. I've rented a car. I've actually rented a car, and I've been driving around. I mean, I think if you're a little bit nervous about driving in Japan, driving on an island is definitely the way to get you started. The top speed here, I think, is 50 kilometers. I've not seen a road sign that goes beyond 50k. So wait a minute, I know exactly where I am. Do I know exactly where I am? I do. So I'm gonna go that way. And it means that it's being relatively cool to sort of figure things out. So I arrived at 11:20 a.m. in the morning. My flight was 8:30. I've been up since like 5:15 in the morning. Got to Haneda and flew over here and got my car. Took me about, I'm not gonna lie, I sat in the car in the parking lot when I got the keys for about 15 minutes trying to figure out how the hell things work. I'm not used to an automatic car to begin with. I'm used to a manual, and also I was trying to figure out the navigation, the car's GPS system. And yeah, I drove around the parking lot a few times trying to make sure that I knew what I was doing, right? So it was all good. Then I got to the hotel, and I couldn't check in till 3 p.m. So I had like 2 hours to kill. Let me just turn things around. And because I had 2 hours to kill, I had myself some taco rice, which is famous in Okinawa, or well known anyway in Okinawa. And I checked in, had a little bit of a rest, like a half an hour rest, got the car again, drove to a cave, which was, I'll tell you the story of the cave in a minute, because that was a really strange experience for me. And then I drove up to an observatory, like a viewing platform sort of thing up the mountain, so I could get a good view of the island. And I am so glad I have a car, because there's no way I would have been able to do that without a car. It was stunning up there. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to get to your chats in a minute, by the way, people. Don't worry. Island life here in Okinawa. So yeah, I've got quite a few things for you to catch up on, basically. Getting to Okinawa was easy, but some of my plans fell through. It's been a nightmare trying to get a car. It's cost me a hell of a lot more than what I wanted. Here's a nice little covered street. You know you're in Okinawa when you see things like this. Pineapples, a lot of kakigori, and I've seen quite a lot of bananas, like over here. Check this out, like bunches of bananas, bunches. Do you call them bunches? I don't know. Pretty cool. Right, let me just find a little ledge, as my friend Drew would say. Mi amigo. Hey, that's similar to the car that I'm driving. I'm driving a very similar car to that. It's been fun. It's been fun, but it's really strange. It feels underpowered, but I don't need the power because I can't go above 50, so. Wow. People are so laid back here. Swimming shorts. I was thinking of getting myself some swimming shorts. I have some swimming shorts, obviously. But I want to buy myself a t-shirt like this later, like tomorrow. For sure. I want an Orion beer. It's quite a unique t-shirt, I think. Ishigaki Island craft beer shop. That's the one bad thing about driving, that you can't actually drink, obviously. Right, let me get this up and running. And let me read some of the comments. For those of you who are coming in now, I'm in Ishigaki. I should have planned it, should have had a little map, but Ishigaki is a tiny little remote island, probably one of the most remote, kind of. I mean, there are other islands that are more remote, but this one's a popular location. I've seen lots of families here, you know, like vacationing from Japan. It's meant to be one of the most beautiful islands of Okinawa, and what sets it apart is the fact that there's no like US presence, because the main island of Okinawa has a military base, a USA military base, and that, you know, like, not interferes, I don't think it's the right word, but it does change the vibe of the island. And this one is completely virgin, you know, just like just Japan. So let me go back, because I know there's been loads of comments, and I'm gonna update you on some of the interesting things that have happened during my trip today. Right, let's see. I'm gonna go back quite a bit. Rented a car 3 times in Japan, indeed in some rural spots. I think that's the thing, rural spots, right? Toll roads costs can certainly add up, can't they? Well, I haven't had to do any toll roads. I'm not even sure if there are any. But as a solo traveler, renting a car has been quite expensive. It's cost me about £200 for 3 days. But I have to, full disclosure, when I actually rented my car, I rented it like back in the past, and it was cancelled by booking.com yesterday, lastminute.com. Your reservation has been cancelled due to technical issues or whatever, or due to a problem, which means I've had to actually book this one very much last minute. So maybe that's why it's so expensive. But still, as a solo person, like, renting a car on your own is maybe not the way to go, unless it's a very specific area. Does it feel hotter than Tokyo? It feels similar. It feels more humid, actually, I would say right now. More humid, but maybe not hotter. Booking.com cancelled, and I ended up having to, you know, purchase another car thing through somebody else. You have the same style car in Shima, cool. It's a shoebox. So yeah, basically my car rental was cancelled. I've had to get another car. My experience with driving so far has been the following, from somebody who drives on the right hand side of the road. Maybe you're interested, for those of you who drive on the right hand side of the road. And that has been, first of all, renting the car was pretty straightforward. They were so helpful and patient. I think the main word is definitely patience. They were so patient. They explained things to me, you know. However, the biggest issue for me personally has not been driving on the left hand side of the road. That's been quite easy, actually, driving on the left hand side. It's been, biggest problem has been indicating. Many times I end up pressing the wipers instead of the indicators, so that's been one little thing. And also because it is automatic and not manual, it took, and I am still getting used to the whole automatic thing, you know. Yeah, but I'm glad I'm not doing. I'm glad that I'm not doing manual here, whilst I am in Japan. You know, I'll be like probably hitting the door each time. What's my accommodation like? My accommodation is quite nice. My hotel has a swimming pool, which I haven't checked out yet, but it's a nice hotel. It's sort of like a small resort style hotel that I'm sure is very common here in this island. And it's got a few restaurants, and they do something that I have seen in the past, but I haven't seen it in a while. They do something where if tomorrow I choose not to get my room cleaned, they will give me a 1,000 yen voucher that I can use in one of the restaurants. For every day that I don't get my room cleaned and I only get my towels changed, they will give me a 1,000 yen voucher that I can use in the restaurant, which is quite cool. It's got a not an onsen, but a sento, like a public bath, which I'm going to try later on. And yeah, it's quite a spacious room. I would say it's similar to a European or an American style room. Maybe not as big, but definitely it's not a it's definitely not a business hotel. Are you still going to a video on different accommodations in Japan? Well, I'm filming all my accommodations in Japan, and I need to figure out how it will work as a video. But yes, I am filming all my accommodations, but it's harder than what it seems, because when I'm here, I just feel like I never have time, you know? Anyway, let's turn things around and let's walk a little bit more. Wow. I'm probably gonna have a you see, I wanna buy this t-shirt. I wanna buy this t-shirt. M size. I'm not very sure. Does that look like that looks like a Japanese M, or or does it look like a Ishigaki Island? I love it. It even says Ishigaki Island on it, right? I'll have to come tomorrow. But at the same time, I should just buy it now. But I don't know. £60 a day isn't too bad if you're sharing with people, you know? The problem is when you're on your own. So I don't really know where things are here. I'm just sort of like trying to follow where people are. Tomorrow morning I have a tour booked for the morning, only for the morning. And my plan is to check this out, by the way. But my plan is to literally do the tour and then drive somewhere. That's a good question. I flew directly from Tokyo directly to Ishigaki Island. With Anna. So I flew with Anna. On the way back, I'm flying to Fukuoka with Peach Airlines. Check out these plants, huh? You don't get these plants in Tokyo, I don't think. Very tropical looking. I had some taco rice here in Banana Cafe. Some taco rice for lunch. Yeah, you can tell that everything's more spread out, things are more quiet. My flight was, I looked at it earlier and it was around $110, I believe, or $120 one way. But I need to stress, there was a flight for half the price, or maybe even less than half the price. But it would have got me into the island later. So I paid a premium for getting an early flight that would get me in before midday. So that's important for me to say, you know, like you could come here a lot cheaper. My let me cross the road. It's also important to note that when I did book my flights, I booked them well in advance. I believe that I probably did it in January, maybe the end of January, maybe the beginning of February. So that makes a big difference. The hotels, I would say, I'm staying in a nothing super fancy. There were some cheaper options, but I thought that I wanted to treat myself, so it's not fancy, but it has some amenities that some of the other hotels didn't have, like a swimming pool, a hot spring, that sort of. So it has a little bit more of a resort feel. And I would say that these hotels have definitely, well, the hotel that I'm staying in is probably on par with what I paid for the Robot Hotel, but not as cheap as a, not way as cheap as, oh, this is where we were before. Not as cheap as a business hotel. So this is a nice little street here. Seems to be quite a lot going on here. So yeah, definitely I guess that streaming This time isn't the best time for my audience, because usually when I've streamed the last few times, I've had 20 plus people. This evening I'll have an early night. Oh, this looks good. I'm trying to scout out places for tomorrow. Yay or nay? Beef of Ishigaki Islands. So, there's a few things that I've learned about this island. Number one is that the beef here is pretty much the same or better than Kobe beef. A lot of the cows from Kobe, they are actually thing that I've learned. The second thing that I've learned is that this island is one of the best places on earth for stargazing, because of its position, the fact that there are no airlines like flying over the island at night. It means that there's very little like light pollution or spoiling. And I have to say that today, when I was walking around during the day, I have never seen blue skies like, and it was cloudy, but the blue skies, if you look at my Instagram story, the blue skies were crazy. I've never seen blue like that in the sky. I've got quite a few things to charge when I get in for tomorrow. Guys, you're so quiet in the chat. Everything's so chill. I might go back to that bar, that izakaya that was at before, with a pretty lady. Yeah, hopefully I can do a stream during the day. It might be a little bit harder, but if I can't, I'll just film something and post it, you know? Because already today it's been very, very pretty. If you look at my Instagram stories from today, you'll see, even with clouds, it was quite amazing. And tomorrow's supposed to be clear skies. Oh, this looks good. Unpopular. So what is it here? $7 a.m. New York City. Dude, I'm so sorry. Ah, that's my hotel up there, actually. Hotel Miyahira. here I can say I don't think anybody's going to come and track me down unless you can fly across the world. And the guy at reception was so helpful, you know. Even earlier West Coast. It's hard. To be honest, really, I know that if I was to stream later, like in 2 hours time, it will be better, for sure. But today I wanted to stream, and I want to make sure that I get some rest, especially if I'm gonna be driving tomorrow around. Oh, this place, I want to come here. It's a bit funny, but this place, Rodeo Boy, it reminds me of Jim Ross. And I feel like I should come here just because English levels here. Similar to other places in Japan, however, I just feel this whole like island culture, island mentality means that people are more laid back and more willing to try things out, you know. But this is the bar that I was in before, and I might get one more drink, just one more drink. I should actually plan these things out a little bit better and figure out where I'm going to walk on these. But today it's been impossible. It's windy, it's nice, it's cool. Oh, one thing for sure I'm going to say, it's definitely a lot cooler here in the evening than it is in Tokyo. I feel like in Tokyo it just doesn't cool down at all. But here it does, you know. This is where I was sitting before. I don't want to point at people, but I just couldn't find. First of all, I don't have the microphone connected to the phone. And second of all, I have, but it's in my luggage, and when I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. It's at the bottom of my luggage. Beer, wine. Quite cool. I don't know if I should sit there, if I can sit there with my gimbal. I'm gonna ask if I can sit with my gimbal. Because this is where I sat last time. I had my meal here, so hopefully it'll be okay. It was pretty good. One beer. Hi, konnichiwa. Nama biru onegaishimasu. Daijoubu? Kore demo daijoubu desu ka? Daijoubu desu? I can't be here. I can't be here with Michael Jackson music. It's gonna demonetize me big time. Ah, oh well. Okay, anyway, it's too long. Connection is not good here. The connection is. Go inside and the connection dies. Hi, can I sit here? No?